And we are live, or at least we should be. Yes, we are. How's it going, everyone? How is everyone doing? We are back after 1 week of being ill. Fun. Seems to be a lot of talk about this Facebook thing where they're saying they're going to stop their kind of services in the in Europe over to do with data stuff. I imagine the UK might cave on it, but I suppose that would depend on GDPR rules. How's my voice coming across anyways? Does it sound alright? I don't know what my voice sounds like anymore because of this cold. Nike has permanently ended the relationship. Ooh. Let's see. Yes, comedians calling each other out despite doing some absolutely horrific things. Is that show Neighbours? Is it finishing? It's been on the air for a long time. Some sort of fight over shoes. I shouldn't laugh actually. Someone was stabbed. Shouldn't laugh. Chelsea paid damages over racism claim. See if we can get some people in. Yeah, it's good to be back. 4 youth team players who were allegedly racially abused in the 90s. Oh, that's grim. That's grim. Yeah, I still haven't shaken it off fully, but I'm not doing that bad. I was lucky, the symptoms only mild are the ones I had. Beyond perfect Turkish restaurant. What a rough week it's been for everyone. Oh my god. The day I'm ill is the day the DUP decide to make their move, and I'm just like, ah, oh, come on guys, really? Really, guys? The DUP, are you really going to do this to me? But they did it. We'll start in a couple minutes, see if some more people join. The Joe Rogan and Spotify thing is quite interesting. Especially because Joe Rogan's old comments using the N-word and some other racism resurfaced. They did resurface a few years ago, which is interesting. But one of my favourite kind of American YouTubers is really face planted on this badly, and it does kind of upset me because I've kind of followed the guy's channel for probably about, wow, since 2015. That's a long time, isn't it? About 6 years, I think. Since I think the DNC primaries. Maybe even before then, actually. I think it might have been before that I followed his channel, and now it's just sad seeing him kind of shill for Rogan, his good buddy Rogan. And so yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's worth me doing a video on the Joe Rogan stuff. What do you guys think? Should I do something? My thoughts on Rogan? Does anyone really care that much? I don't think anyone does. I see a lot of people talking about Princess Diana more and more. It's quite interesting. We'll start in a couple of minutes, guys, but yeah. What do you guys think about the Joe Rogan situation? Any thoughts? You guys followed it? I mean, I get why people cover him, because he's the most popular podcaster in the world. So I guess it makes sense. It's easy views at the end of the day, and people are desperate to be on his channel. Oh, you don't care? Fair enough. You're not a drama type character. I enjoy drama myself. Oh, someone's selling like the old DS, the first one, the blocky one. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. It's a bad purchase in the end. But yeah, loved it. Loved it so much. But yeah, I used to listen to Rogan when he used to interview fighters. Like he had George St. Pierre on it, that was quite interesting. He had a couple of other characters on there that were quite good. But for the most part, I haven't listened to it in ages. In other news, I was looking at buying a mocha pot. Don't know if any of you guys have had any experience with those. I'm just rambling at this point, aren't I? I promise we'll start talking about stuff in a couple of minutes, but yeah. Oh, this one looks good. You guys had any experience with a mocha pot? You ever used one? They look quite good, to be fair. Might get one. You guys like good coffee, huh? What's the difference between these two? Oh, okay. But yeah, it seems like everyone's had a rough week. I've had a rough week. Boris Johnson's had a rough week. The DUP have had a rough week. So yeah. Oh mate, the best time to dump on people is when you're having a good time. It's the best time, honestly. I'm just looking at these pots, right, and they're charging you essentially an extra £4 for some mugs. Like the really nice clear mugs. I don't know if that's worth it. DUP are monsters from the 1600s. Do they think the Earth actually existed that long ago? I don't know. Don't they believe like the world's only been like 1,000 years or something? I suppose that still put them in the 1600s, but yeah. They're an interesting group of characters, I suppose. Quite boring though. A couple of minutes until we start. Good afternoon, all. This is a bit of a random stream, but I'm feeling better. Today's the last scheduled video from last week. So last week I recorded when I record content, I can do a lot of videos in a day because it's all highlighted. So luckily for me, I had a big recording session kind of last Sunday and Monday, so I had enough content to kind of go into the week. I might mix up the schedule and release one video at 1 PM, I think, rather than doing it so late. I think that might be an issue, but I'm not sure. So yeah, That's enough of that. Oh, I don't have the other song in the playlist. That's annoying. Bear with me, guys. See if I can find the other one. These all, like, this is the last one I've got today. I've got to start recording tomorrow, really. Quite early tomorrow at that. Let's see. To playlist, music. So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll start now. We'll talk for a bit and then I'll play this in a few minutes' time. But honestly, it's been a rough week for Boris Johnson. I mean, check this out, right? Have a listen to this, guys.
Yet another dizzying week, and it can be very easy to get lost in events, so let's take a step back. It is not typical or normal for a Downing Street to be investigated by the police. It is not typical for there to be such a fast or rapid turnover of staff in Downing Street. It is not typical to have had an advisor to the Prime Minister resign and accuse the Prime Minister she served of using...
Wait, what are you having 2 vaccinations for in one day? Sorry, I missed that comment. Roughly, 2 vaccinations, but it's for work. Are you in the Navy, the American Navy? 6,000 years old, and dinosaurs live together. I see.
Effectively, a case of child sexual abuse.
Let's start this again.
It has been yet another dizzying week, and it can be very easy to get lost in events, so let's take a step back. It is not typical or normal for a Downing Street to be investigated by the police.
It's true. I can't remember the last time. Which was the last Prime Minister who was investigated for crimes? I can't really think of any. Do you guys know of any UK Prime Ministers investigated for, like, by the police? I suppose Tony Blair would have been the closest one, but I think he was found not guilty of committing, like, any war crimes or anything like that by, like, some sort of inquiry. Thinking Leveson, but I don't think it was Leveson. Leveson was press. I can't remember any. If you guys know any, just throw it in the comments. So
it is not typical for there to be such a fast or rapid turnover of staff.
He's had 5 members resign in the last week without ready replacement, so that's not good.
In Downing Street, it is not typical to have had an advisor to the Prime Minister resign and accuse the Prime Minister she served of using, effectively, a case of child sexual abuse for political purposes. And
that's Menina Moza, I think her name is. She, accused Johnson of using the Jimmy Savile, kind of Jimmy Savile's crimes, to kind of use that as a weapon against Keir Starmer, which, especially when you're the guy who said, investigating historic cases of certain offences are, like spaffing money up the wall. I don't want to use certain terms here because we're still in the day, so I want to be a bit careful.
It is not.
Maybe I shouldn't have used the phrase he used, but you get my point. He said it very famously on a radio station.
Typical to have a former chief aide of Downing Street doing everything that they can, Iago-like, to destroy the Prime Minister.
He's talking about Dominic Cummings there, where Dominic Cummings sees it as his responsibility to get rid of Boris Johnson, even though, Dominic Cummings helped to create Boris Johnson post his mayoral election. So, Dominic Cummings has a lot to answer for here, really. He was one of the ones that helped get Brexit over the line, but I think there's more Farage that had the impact there. Come May and hope the DUP are gone. Yeah, maybe, we'll see. But you never know who's going to replace the DUP. That's the problem, as in, how much more radical are they going to get? That's what's kind of scary.
Of the day. British politics has been taken to a very unusual place, and most of that was just this week. Now, the Prime...
Exactly, yeah, in the space of a week, all of this happened. It will get worse once we see the full Sue Gray report.
Prime Minister will say, and is saying, that he's getting on with the job, but he's...
I mean, is he really getting on with the job, though? Talks, further talks around the Northern Ireland Protocol have stalled. The energy crisis and the cost of living squeeze gets worse. So, is he really getting a handle on things? Has he ever had a handle on things? I don't know, guys.
Critics say that all of this dysfunction flows not from his staff and won't be changed or improved by changing the staff, but instead flows directly from the man himself.
I mean, yeah, that's why Dominic Cummings calls him a trolley, right? Actually, what does I need to find out why he exactly calls him a trolley, but he goes in any direction he wants. You know, he has no core ideology. He's whatever you want to hear. That's what Boris Johnson does. Tells you exactly what you want to hear, which works with the ladies, but does not work when you're prime minister. Let's see what else I got. Oh, this is rough.
DUP's.
This video clip here is rough. This is probably this is up there with the, I can't remember the Channel 4 presenter's name when he introduced I think it's Ben Bradley, where he just eviscerated Ben Bradley before he could even speak. It was brutal. But this right here is, you know, some Mortal Kombat level fatality. Like, honestly, this is this is Scorpion sitting right here.
His record in recent years. You backed Brexit, which made the border an issue again. You rejected Theresa May's deal, which kept Northern Ireland in the same customs territory as Great Britain. You backed Boris Johnson, who agreed a border down the Irish Sea. And now Edwin Poots is, in effect, claiming that international agreements signed by the UK government don't apply to Northern Ireland. Are you working for the other guys?
Sorry, it looks like he's having non-flashbacks, but I assume it's just the way the like there's a slight delay, I think, when the presenter comes across. But it genuinely looks like this guy's having non-flashbacks. But yeah, we know he's not. What other stuff? Oh yeah, this one here. This one's a great one. But yeah, what do you guys think so far? You know, that guy had a rough interview. Boris Johnson, 5, you know, of his top team essentially gone. That lady Mirza was with him since he was a London mayor, which was like, what, 2014? Nah, maybe 20... See, was he London Mayor? 2012, I'm going to say. So, yeah, you know, it's rough times for your boy Bojo, and rough times for them. I've got like a load of articles here. You know, you got Sunak being accused of not being Brexity enough. These are all kind of the projects I've got lined up. You got stuff on the levelling up. You got a lot of stuff on levelling up, really, because the government announced it in the last week, which is a pain because they had to do everything when I was ill, which is not very nice. But this was the thing. This is another thing I want to talk about, actually. So we'll talk about that after this call. Let's see. Could he be like a supermarket trolley and can't go the direction meant to? The thing is, though, I've had a couple of supermarket trolleys that are like that, but not many. Most of them are fine. Some of them can be quite bad. So yeah, this call is great. Yeah, the public are angry with Boris Johnson because he abandoned Brexit. I mean, these guys are comical. Honestly, I love it. I live for this. Yeah, let's have a listen to this call.
Except all those of us who.
Well, what is the problem then, Gerald?
So the problem isn't necessarily Partygate or any of the other scandals. It's
the problem is that he was elected on this mantra of getting Brexit done, which was the biggest issue facing the country at the time. And he has delivered that, but not entirely.
What do you mean? No. We've left the EU. It's done. It's over. You know, these guys, all right, these guys are trying to rewrite history. You know, they talk about, Boris Johnson scraps Brexit bonfire of EU red tape in favour of net zero rules. So this guy, whoever's called in, he's definitely read the Telegraph, because we'll notice it from this the rest of this interview. But, you know, Boris Johnson ran on get Brexit done. We've left the EU. It's over. It's over. It's done. You know, don't be pretending Brexit isn't done now. When he ran on a campaign on get Brexit done, if you're going to run on, you know, promises of, there's still more left to do, you're going to look like a mug. You really are.
What has upset a lot of people, me included,
and he's got no data to prove it's upset a lot of people, really,
is that he has decided to abandon the programme of tearing up the EU rules which we inherited and to which we are no longer bound because of his obsession with his net carbon business.
Oh, okay. So, but you're venturing into sort of new territory now. You could talk about the national.
He's venturing to new territory. So to Piffle, survive a month, he has won. I won't be going anywhere. Yeah.
Insurance rise, which is just a tax rise, and employers and employees as well. We could.
Yeah, it's just a tax rise.
Do all of that. So you don't think that what's driving people's contempt for the Prime Minister at the moment is as much to do with his abject hypocrisy about creating rules and not following them himself. Rather, it's about other things.
No, that is unquestionably the biggest factor, but
So this gentleman's listed two things there: the national insurance increase and something else, right? And then the guy's like, that's unquestionably a key factor. Okay.
I'm looking at the big picture.
The big picture. Oh, look at me. I'm like Socrates. I'm a philosopher. Me, I look at the big picture. You're looking at the small picture. Tax rises and parties. No, people don't care about that. I'm looking at the big picture. Net zero, 2050.
Brilliant job on.
Are you supporting him, or are you saying that he should go?
No, Andrew. What I'm trying to do is to explain the dilemma that those of us who supported Boris Johnson as leader of our party, the dilemma that we face. Yes. And there's no question about it. He did brilliantly on the vaccine program, which is...
okay.
In which Britain led the world.
Britain didn't lead the world. Actually, it was Israel that led the world. So that's demonstrably false. And also we slowed down massively. So, not going to let you get away with that, big man. That's a clear-cut lie.
And he did that by not backing one pharmaceutical company, but by taking the risk of backing 5 pharmaceutical companies, and all of them.
Was that Boris Johnson's success, though? Or was that Matt Hancock's success? Because Matt Hancock was the one in charge of some of that stuff. Dominic Cummings did quite a bit as well, I believe. And the Downing Street backroom staff. Was that really Boris Johnson's success? Am I rewriting history a bit? I don't know.
Happened to produce effective vaccines. That was a great program. But as I say, what he's got to do now, in my view, he's got to get a grip at number 10. Clearly, that has been a shambles. Most members of Parliament have no idea who these people are in the background of number 10.
I mean, they really should. They should really know who the Prime Minister's advisors are, because they're the ones that are in his ear more than MPs are. So, they really should know who these people are. Unless, of course, they just, want to get their, 90k check or whatever it is and go home.
I've only once heard of Munira Mirza. I gather she's been involved.
It's because you read the Telegraph, pal. You don't actually read much else, do you?
With him for many years, and it's therefore of concern that somebody who's worked so closely with it has gone. But the Conservative Parliamentary Party needs number 10 to get a grip. Secondly, he's got to drop this obsession with net zero.
Right.
I'm not going to...
Yeah, screw climate change. Yeah. Climate change, it's no problem, really, is it? Yeah, that's no understanding. We're facing more and more problems as the years go by, more flooding and more rampant weather changes. And this man's like, nah, screw that, man. Did you forget that big snowstorm we had a couple of years ago? Got caught in that. That was not fun.
And 16 grand on a heat pump. He's got to sort out...
It's going to cost you more than that.
Oh, thanks. Thanks very much, Andrew. He's got to sort out the Northern Ireland Protocol. The EU weaponised the border between Ireland and Northern Ireland. He's got to...
I mean, that's not true, is it? The UK are the ones who weaponised the border, and are still weaponising the border now, with talks of, still wanting to trigger Article 16 and blah, blah, blah. So the EU didn't actually do that. It was the UK. Northern Ireland creates a massive gap in the EU single market. It is a big problem. And, they managed to resolve it, and we did so via an agreement. And now suddenly you're reneging on that agreement. So that doesn't make any sense.
Deal with that. He's got to make war on this absurd wokery business, which is upsetting.
War on the absurd wokery business. War. We need war on the woke.
So many Conservatives.
Okay, so...
And he's got to tackle...
Did we need Brexit? Is wokery related to Brexit, though, really? Is it though? Do we have to leave the EU to combat wokery? No.
Immigration. If he can't do that...
I thought we have control of immigration, though. I thought we took control of our borders.
Then there's got to be somebody else.
I hate how LBC have this outro as loud as hell. Like, it's so annoying. Stuff like this where they blame Boris Johnson's wife, Carrie Johnson, for the problems in government are just incredibly misogynistic. Do you know what? Stuff like this ticks me off. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover that at some point. I'm going to just push this. Whoops.
Government is finally...
God damn it. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to leave that on for another day.
Boris's government.
But yeah, in the fact that LBC have Johnson's sister on, or wherever she is, Rachel Johnson, it's just absolute shambles, to be honest with you. But these callers are just dumb, innit? They're just dumb, like, just frustratingly stupid. Yeah, sorry, I missed the announcement. I don't know why YouTube are just funny like that. Hello from Germany. Hello from hell, Adam. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, I did want to talk to you about this because this is the thing where I saw the initial announcement from the DUP, and then I saw the follow-up kind of thing from the court, and I was like, "Damn, Edwin, you got blocked. That's some high-level basketball maneuver right there." Edwin go for the dunk, and the courts were like, "Nah, bruv, not today." So a Belfast High Court had blocked Poots' bid to stop EU-required checks on British goods arriving at Northern Ireland ports, Irish ports. And let's not forget, the Northern Ireland Protocol is a part of British law as well. Maybe Brexiteers don't realise that. Justice Adrian Coulter granted an interim injunction on Friday against Poots, seeking an immediate halt to SPS checks at the ports of Belfast and Larne. Poots Wednesday night instructions faced immediate legal action, and senior civil servants refused to comply pending receipt of their own legal advice. So what Poots tried to do is put these civil servants in an incredible position of essentially breaching the law by the looks of it, and then potentially blame could have been put on them. So they got their own legal advice, and they were like, "Nah, we're not going to do this. We're not going to comply," which is incredible that civil servants are actually ignoring ministers. Crazy. In his judgment, Coulter noted that physical checks on British goods arriving in Northern Ireland had been taking place since the protocol's treaty rules went live in January 2020, raising questions as to why would it stop now. He said enforcement of the protocol's SPS must apply until the dispute could be considered in full at a hearing on March. So essentially, the courts have said this is going to carry on until some sort of legal hearing can happen. There shouldn't be any doubt or confusion hanging over those civil servants who have to comply with the law. Friday's judgment is the latest of serious rulings against the DUP. You wanted British courts, mate, you got them. In June, Colton rejected a unionist lawsuit seeking to declare the protocol unconstitutional in October. Another High Court judge ruled that the DUP must stop boycotting regularly scheduled meetings. I mean, it's another L on the bedpost of the DUP. It's just incredible stuff. We got some bits on levelling up, which is wealthy areas to see 10 times more funding than the poorest. And there was even one, here it is, that shameless Tories had 83% of the, I think this is the level up money, to towns with only Conservative MPs, where they're going to funnel money to their own constituencies to keep them sweet. That's what this is, essentially. And it's absolutely horrific what they're doing here. You got the DUP essentially trying to words is failing me here. They tried to collapse. They tried to collapse the Stormont Assembly, and the UK are actually looking at passing a law. Bear with me. I'll be able to share this from my second account. Just bear with me one moment. Try to remember if I got it saved on my phone. Here it is. What is? I'll post this in the chat and then I'll open it from there. Just bear with me one moment. Hopefully it should let me post the link. Okay, so there's that. Has that been nixed? Did YouTube nix the comment? There it is. Okay. Fine, BBC. So, which bit was it? Northern Assembly should try and salvage matters. Oh, is this what annoys me about the BBC sometimes? They'll change the headline and stuff. So, bill to prevent Stormont collapse to be passed, set to be passed, and now it's suddenly the headline's changed. So that's annoying. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just very annoying when the BBC do this, because you want to talk about one story and they've changed something in it. It's very hard to know what they've actually changed. But yeah, I'll have to find the bit. Public apology. See, is it in this actual article? So here it is. Meanwhile, a law that would protect Northern Ireland's Assembly from collapse is expected to be passed by MPs later. So MPs have learnt the lesson that, maybe they should have been passed beforehand. Oh, we got 21 people here. Crazy. Where do all these people come from? big jump in people here. But point being is that it looks like the UK are looking to pass a bill to help stop the collapse of Stormont. So it would remove the requirement for the Northern Ireland Secretary to set a date for an election. C would allow Northern Ireland Assembly to continue without a functioning executive for at least 6 months. So I believe the executive had gone, or the executive bit with Paul Given resigning. I'd have to look in because the different parliaments or different assemblies have different structures, which can make them quite confusing. So they've got like a wisdom tooth coming out on the left side, so that's fun. It could also come into play after the Assembly election in May if the parties fail to fill their posts of First and Deputy First Minister. Again, I can see the DUP trying to tank things later. The House of Lords amendment to the bill, which is expected to be approved later, allows the legislation to be applied retrospectively, which will cover Mr. Given's resignation. So essentially, they're looking at keeping Stormont open and ministers in place. That's what seems to be the goal from this bit of legislation. Given resigned out of Stormont as a protest against the Northern Ireland Protocol, because this was the DUP got so desperate, right? This was their final move. This is all they had left to essentially collapse. Bear with me, guys. I've still got a cough. Oh. Yeah, I probably won't be able to stream for too long today, but the DUP's goal was basically collapse the whole system because they didn't get their way. They didn't get their way at all. The Northern Ireland Protocol is still there. They're still crying about it. And the UK consistently promised to trigger Article 16 and didn't. And in the end, the DUP decided, let's burn it down then. Let's stop the protocol unilaterally. We're not subject to international law, which is crazy. Who the hell do they think they are? Do they think the Americans or the Russians? Like, just ignoring international law? That's madness, absolute madness. But yeah, it's crazy that this has happened. Oh, hi RC, how's it going? But yeah, I see what do is spend a couple minutes reading comments. If you guys got anything you want to discuss about kind of a couple of these stories or anything else, just go for it in the comments. In the live chat bit, I should play something. I'm trying to just rest my voice for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Not 100%. My voice is still a bit it's still going a bit, but I'm hoping from tomorrow I should be okay. Just not feeling 100%. But yeah, man, I'm just still I still got like remnants of illness. But I'm through. I think I'm through the worst of it. It felt like I had a chest infection at one point. I'm not gonna lie. It did feel a bit different to what I had last week, or sort of early last week. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to go to doctors. Getting a GP's appointment in the UK is one of the worst experiences you'll ever have, probably anywhere, because it's just rubbish. The whole infrastructure is rubbish, especially with me having COVID as well. They wouldn't have seen me at all. So I should be back to recording tomorrow. I've got loads of articles and stuff that I need to get through, and I've got loads on my loads saved on the server I have to get to, the Discord server, and on my phone that I need to get to. So wrong time of week to be ill, given all the things that's happened. Yeah, Sinn Féin will be in the First Minister post. Yeah, that's true. How does the second slot work though? Who gets to be second minister in that case, or deputy minister? Because at the moment it's a double act, isn't it? The DUP have First Minister, and I think Sinn Féin have second minister or deputy minister. So it's just going to flip between the two parties, or is it based on the biggest party and the second biggest party, which would make the most sense? Oh yeah, it's a good time actually to plug my second channel. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh shoot. What am I doing? There we go. that should take you to the second channel. I'm gonna put all the gaming and stuff over there. I haven't uploaded anything yet because I made that channel like a couple of weeks ago and then I became ill, so that's fun. But yeah, check out the second channel. I'm assuming, Mike, it's the top 2 parties. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming it's the top 2 parties. Right, unless there's a party in opposition. I guess Stormont's quite an interesting one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens then. I'll probably try and speak to someone who's got more expertise than I do on it. Try and fully understand the system. I'll see if Dano knows. Dano might know. He's quite smart. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, overall, it's a big mess. It's a big mess over there, thanks to the UK. Honestly, huge mess, and a lot of people. Wait, 35 people. I don't even know anymore. YouTube's just being weird. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm finally feeling better, which is great. I've got a video scheduled to come out in about 10 minutes, so we'll probably end the stream. Probably end the stream in about 5 minutes, so people don't kind of can go on to watch the video. It's easier. Hey, Kopak, how's it going, man? Oh, how's it going? We'll end the stream in a couple of minutes. You guys got any questions? Throw them in. Throw them in the live chat bit. The UP has never had a better chance to become the second Unionist party. Yeah, because they could be the ones in opposition then, I suppose. Maybe the Alliance Party, because the Alliance Party are Unionists. Yeah, mate, I'm feeling a lot better, to be honest. DP drag kicking and screaming, but they'll have to suck it up. Do you think we'll need to get a tank to drag them out? That's what Boris Johnson said. You'll need a tank to drag me out of Downing Street. Do you think we'll need that to get rid of the DUP? Because it's either direct rule happens or Brandon Lewis schedules in a new election. So yeah, I don't know what Brandon Lewis's next move would be, because if he does call an early election, I think that'll tick off the DUP a lot. So yeah, once again, we'll have to just wait and see what happens with them, which is annoying. But yeah, it's hard to speculate on things you have no idea about. But if I did that, I'd probably be part of the Conservative Party or an investor in the stock market or crypto. Probably crypto. I'd invest in crypto. But yeah, it's just so much has happened this week, and it's just absolutely knocked me off my feet, this illness. Like, I think I felt better on Friday, and then I just started coughing all night pretty much, and then Saturday I wasn't feeling great. Sunday I felt like I could record, but then I just couldn't. It took my energy. Yeah, it is hard to speculate anything these days. Johnson's top team are all gone now. Madness, isn't it? That Minera Mirza lady, she seemed like she was quite important to Johnson. She's gone. The other guys, I can't remember their names exactly. Mirza's the only one I remember because her name's quite unique. But I think 5 members of his top team are gone, and so it's going to be interesting to see what he does next. I genuinely am not sure, because they've got Stephen Barclay, who's chief of staff now. DUPs are numbered, middle class supporters, the UP. Who sounded quite pally? Mirza and Johnson. Yeah, I think she told him to apologise. By the sounds of it, she told him to apologise, and he said no. And then I think once he didn't do what she kind of not ordered, not requested either. It's not a demand. It's somewhere in between request and demand, I suppose. Yeah, it definitely does seem like rats fleeing the sinking ship, to be honest with you. But she is good friends, I think, with Rishi Sunak and Mirza. Yeah, so yeah, I think she might be good friends, or her husband's good friends with Sunak. So they could be looking at kind of just pushing Johnson out the door and getting Sunak in. But I don't. Well, once the Tory leadership thing starts kicking off a bit more, I'll definitely try and cover it. I'd have to relearn the rules of the Tory party, because they have interesting rules about leadership races. So I'd have to check that out. So that's going to be quite interesting to do. I haven't done election coverage on the channel yet, so that's going to be quite fun. Once I get the room done, hopefully I can do more late night coverage and things like that. That will room will hopefully get done by March, end of March. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we'll end the stream in about a minute. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? How long do you guys think? Yeah, how long? Let's see. Let's do a poll. Will Johnson do a poll? Will Johnson last until July? I'm gonna vote yes. Yeah, you never apologise in politics, that's true. Otherwise, they make a hit song about you. Have you guys... Oh, do you know what? I don't know if it's going to get copyrighted, actually. But, do you know what? Let's do it. Oh, mate, this is it. This is the greatest bit of British anything that's ever come out. In the history of the world, this is the greatest thing that we will ever create, okay? Hopefully, whoever got this doesn't copyright me, but yeah, this right here, like, I share this with everyone. If you haven't seen this, then you guys are in for a treat. You guys will love this. Look at that, it's got 3.6 million views. Okay, we're gonna this is the greatest thing ever. Okay.
I'd like to take this opportunity to put a few things straight. When I meet people around the country, it's obvious that many of you have strong and pretty mixed reactions to some of the things that Liberal Democrats have done in government. Many of you tell me that you're glad that at a time of real economic uncertainty,
I love this
we
so
put
much.
aside our political differences to provide our country with stable leadership. But I also meet people who are disappointed.
I don't care what anyone says, right? This is probably probably is my favourite video on the internet of all time. Like, nothing beats this.
And I'm angry that we couldn't keep all our promises. We couldn't keep all our promises. Above all, our promise not to raise tuition fees. And to those people, I say this. We made a promise before the election that we would vote against any rising fees. We would vote against any rising fees. We would vote against any rising fees. It was a pledge made with the best of intentions. The best of intentions. But we shouldn't have made a promise we weren't absolutely sure we could deliver.
You're goddamn right.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When we're wrong, we hold our hands up, but when we're right, we hold our heads up too. You learn from your mistakes, and that's what we will do. I accept that won't be enough for everyone.
Oh mate, this is a banger. This is a tune. This is the greatest thing that this country has ever made. Honestly, nothing will beat this. You know, whenever I'm sad, right, I should just listen to this. This will just cheer me up. This is an absolute classic right here. This is one of the greatest things ever. Honestly.
But I owe it to you. You learn from your mistakes, and that's what we will do.
You guys ready?
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy.
Kovac, you have never seen this before. My God. Oh, where have you been for the last few years, man? I think I saw this probably about 3 or 4 years ago. When did it come out? So it might 2012. This came out. I think I watched it about 2014-15. I must have seen this and I loved it. Oh, do you know what? We're going to replay this again. The video is going to come out in a sec. So if you guys could, after with this live stream, if you guys can watch the video, but we are going to replay this. I don't care.
Way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry. The Liberal Democrats are sorry. There's no easy way to say it. We are sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry. The Liberal Democrats are sorry. There's no easy way to say it. We are sorry. And if we've lost your trust, That's how I hope we can start to win it back.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna play this again. I love this so much. Like, this is genuinely my favourite thing all time, honestly.
It's obvious that many of you have strong and pretty mixed reactions to some of the things that Liberal Democrats have done in government.
Man, you guys like struggle to gain forgiveness, honestly. Sorry to all 19 people who are watching this, but I'm gonna play this again. I'm gonna play it again. I don't care.
Many of you tell me that you're glad that at a time of real economic uncertainty, we put aside our political differences
No one was glad.
to provide our country with stable leadership.
No one was glad you did
But
that.
I also meet people who are disappointed and angry.
And this is the exact conversation I'll have with any Lib Dems who knock on the door. I'm not going to be mean to them, but I'm just going to say I have 9,000 reasons not to want to support you in the future any more, whatever. You know, but if you do live in a seat between the Tories and the Lib Dems, then, you know, it's common sense to vote for the Lib Dems. But they have a big redemption arc they need, honestly, if they go into any future coalition, because, excuse me, this stuff right here really, really annoyed me, especially as, you know, this was what, about, say, 11 years ago, so what, I would have been about 16? I would have been about 16 when this stuff was kicking off, just as I was kind of understanding or kind of learning about the system and things like that. You had the massive, you know, one of the biggest top 10 anime betrayals, right, by the Lib Dems right here. Exactly, Adam. And, you know, just as I was kind of coming into my kind of like basics of politics, you know, as I was taking my A-level class and things like that, my AS class, which, you know, I didn't do very well in, unsurprisingly. But, you know, this is why I really don't like the Lib Dems. And this is why I dislike them, because not just because of tuition fees. There's a lot of other things, austerity being another one. But, yeah, you know, the Lib Dems had a lot of promise, but they just didn't deliver. So once again, I'm going to replay it.
That we couldn't keep all our promises. We couldn't keep all our promises. Above all, our promise not to raise tuition fees. And to those people, I say this. We made a promise before the election that we would vote against any rising fees. We would vote against any rising fees. We would vote against any rising fees. It was a pledge made with the best.
No, but I want an apology. I do. RC, I don't care. I want an apology from these guys, because David Davies is still there. How much have the Lib Dems changed? Yesterday's war is today's war. War never ends. But yeah, I want a genuine, any Lib Dem who comes to this door of my house, I will ask him about this, and I'll say, look, you know, I want to see, you know, Nick Clegg apologised, fine, but I want to hear from your party that you will never do anything this stupid ever again. That's what I want to hear from them.
The best of intentions, but we shouldn't have made a promise we weren't absolutely sure we could deliver.
And the thing is, they didn't have to do this. They did not have to break that promise. Because if you look at the way the DUP handled their coalition government compared to how the Lib Dems handled it, it's completely different. Night and day. Very bad.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When we're wrong, we hold our hands up, but when we're right, we hold our heads up too. You learn from your mistakes, and that's what we will do. I accept that won't be enough for everyone, but I owe it to you. You learn from your mistakes, and that's what we will do. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry,
Probably not, see, but I'm still gonna ask for one.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry. The Liberal Democrats are sorry. There's no easy way to say it. We are sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry, we are sorry. The Liberal Democrats are sorry. There's no easy way to say it. We are sorry. And if we've lost your trust,
You know, I have to give a lot of respect for Nick Clegg for actually apologising. And to be fair, this song actually charted. Yeah, exactly. Vote Tory instead. They can do that without apologising. I want to apologise to absolutely nobody. The Tories do what the hell they want. So anyways, that's that classic. Do you know what? I'm going to post this. Do you know what? I'm going to post this in the server. If you guys haven't, it's just, you know, when I was in uni, some of my friends from like the sort of other EU countries, they hadn't heard of it, and I played it, and it's just death. Everyone's gone. But again, you know, they have they actually changed ideologically, RC? That's the key question. I genuinely don't think they have. I've got a lot of questions for them, a lot of questions, and we'll see what they say. You know, if any of them come to the door, I doubt they will, because the seat I live in is between Labour and the Tories. We'll see. You know what they say. You know, the only time I vote Lib Dem is in the local election. That's it, because I like the local candidate. Shouts out Skinner, my boy. Skinner. No, I'm joking. That's a whole different thing. But I like the guy Skinner, so you know, I vote for him. You know, because he's out and about, he talks to people, he's involved, he votes, you know, for in the best interests of the town, which, you know, that's all I can ask for, really. That's all I can ask for. But yeah, you know, I'm going to end the stream here. My voice is going a bit. What I'd advise, if you guys would be so kind, is that my next videos come out about the Home Office leaving families stranded in the EU without any chance of them getting a family permit. Some of the families been waiting for 10 months. So if you guys, after I end the stream, which will be in about 30 seconds, can you guys go and watch that video? Should I? If you guys could do that, that would be great. Just checking out the poll quickly before we go. About 14 votes, 50-50 split. I don't think they have, Chris. I don't think they have. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see results. Especially after they helped trigger that stupid election in 2019 as well. That was on them, because Jo Swinson thought she had momentum. Same with the SNP as well. They thought they had some momentum, and they pushed for an election in 2019. And look at the mess we're in now. Yeah, you can blame Corbyn as well, but I don't think he would have had the numbers to stop it. That was the key problem. So yeah, you know, they were very stupid, very naive, especially because Jo Swinson had a seat in Scotland, which she lost. So yeah, I don't make like, you know me, yeah, I'm a results based person. I don't care about what you say. I want to see what you do, and I haven't seen anything to tell me that they have gotten smarter than they were in 2010. Honestly, I haven't. Yeah, mate. I'm glad I'm back as well, and I didn't end up being more ill. Mild symptoms. It's always, you know, I only wanted to be ill for like a day or two at most, but you know, it didn't work out that way. So I was ill for about a week, but lucky for me, everyone in my house that caught COVID weren't doing too badly. I mean, it's no surprise Swinton was a Remainer, not a Remainer, a Unionist, but you know, having a seat in Scotland. What is a bold thing. We've got 22 people now viewing, which is great. I appreciate everyone who stopped by and watched the stream. But yeah, I'm at risk of rambling on endlessly, which is something I do a lot. So yeah, we're going to end the stream here. Like I said, guys, there's a video out. What I'll do is... right now, Brexit, the Home Office leaves families stranded in the EU for 4 months. Huge delays on family permits. I need to edit that title, actually. These British families stranded. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next stream, which will be Saturday. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how I feel during the week. But I'll catch you guys later.